Hi, this is Dave Perry, and you're watching Retro Gaming Revival live.
It's Wednesday night, and you all know what that means. It's Retro Gaming Revival live. Thank you for joining us this evening. Okay, so in honor of our guest, I've given everyone a little wrestling intro for tonight. Blunners has ruined it by changing all of our names anyway on here. I'm going to get into it. So first up, we have a man who likes his beer, but slightly more hair. It's Stone Cold Steve. It's our Stone Cold Steve Austin. It's Ollie, or Nintendo Ollie.
I'll take welcome. That. Good evening. How are we doing?
That's probably the worst one. They might get progressively worse after this.
All right.
Next up is a man who loves to clown around. Do we know who this is going to be?
Blunners?
Oh, come on. Oh. It's our very own Doink, but less funny. It's Dorbs.
You could have called me Dink, so I'll take that. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, Doink's all right.
Could have been worse. Could have been Dink. So.
And then a man who recently his mic makes him sound a little bit like the late great Macho Man Randy Savage. It's Blunners.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay, anyway, enough about us. Let's get on to our special guest this evening, and we're delighted to welcome UK wrestling superstar and video game enthusiast Darcy Stone. So welcome.
Good evening.
I love that you've gone to the effort of renaming yourselves. Very impressed.
Yeah.
Although Blunners, you need to do the Ultimate Warrior kind of get into it a little bit more. Yeah. That was pathetic, but that's okay.
Pathetic. Some feedback there. Pathetic.
Not a great start, guys. Oh, definitely. On these streams, we know at least one person's been called a lot worse on one of our.
Yeah, long time ago.
Check out the Dave Perry stream.
Yeah,
and you'll see what we mean.
Yes.
Okay, so before we get into the questions for Darcy this evening, we'll see who's in the chat. So we've got our good friend Cabbage Face Bricks. We have got Triangle Face, who unfortunately can't be with us this evening, so get well soon, Triangle Face. We've got Tez made this. Always great to see you. We've got Anthony Lee Dickinson, so I don't think I've seen him here before. He's got morning, so he must be watching this.
Yeah.
Transatlantic.
It's totally the wrong time. And then we've also got, I think that is everyone. So we're going to get straight into the questions. So the first question that we like to ask all of our guests is early gaming memories.
Well, I have a few. I think the first memory I can really, really go back in time and think about is my mum brought home a floppy disk from work. She used to work in IT. And she brought back this floppy disk and she was like, "Oh, Rhonda, I've got a game for you." Well, she didn't call me Rhonda, she called me Ronnie. And she brought back this game and I put it into our word processor thing. And it was your classic black and green thing. And it takes 2 hours to load. And it was some Christmas game where you had to I can't even really remember, but I know the end of it was this really jolly Christmas scene. And I used to sneak in and try and play it when Mum went to bed. But it took so long to load that I actually fell asleep by the time it loaded. Yeah, and then I remember Sky Gaming, where they had way before Beehive Bedlam, they had this game where you used to have to. It was before the red button, and then there was an Egyptology game, and you had to escape and stuff, and it was all really simple. And then Mum introduced me to the Spectrum, and I was like, oh, Real gaming.
Yeah,
Let's go. I've transgressed from floppy disks and TV gaming. Let's go. And I just was awful. I was so bad.
So with the Spectrum, was that Dizzy you used to play?
So I played horoscope skiing.
yeah, classic.
Classic, awful at that. I played Paperboy, obviously. We all know
Yeah.
Paperboy. And then my favorite was, I think it was Daley Thompson's heptathlon.
Yeah,
Was
yeah.
it
I
Yeah.
think
triathlon or something?
Decathlon.
That's the
Decathlon's
one.
the
Yeah.
ladies' event, isn't it? And then Decathlon is the man's Olympic event. Is that right? One's 7 event, one's 9. I don't even know why I'm
I have no
clarifying that.
idea.
It makes no difference to this at all. No.
I just know that my keyboard was like the N and the M were just, you can't even read them anymore on the Spectrum keyboard because it's like, do the high jump.
Man, I miss games where you had to do that. You just had to like frantically hit the controller or the keyboard as hard as you could and as fast as you could. They don't do that anymore.
No, and it was like an achievement when he used to break the controller. You'd be like, yeah, I've put in a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was track and field. Is it track and field?
Yes, it was. It was the track and
was-
field.
That was one that would always just cause, rupturous.
And space
like,
to jump.
blisters. Yeah. Yeah. And every now and then you just like tap it really hard and then just like whack the keyboard to get that to really make it work. Yeah, it's good times.
I remember track and field on the PlayStation 1. My friend at school was a drummer. He used to be able to do 100 meters in like 6 seconds. He was like we weren't even on the screen. He was that much faster than
Was he
everyone
on-
else.
Performance
Was he
enhancing
hacking?
drugs.
Yeah, he was definitely up to. Yeah, it was ridiculous. It was no competition going against him.
He
I
definitely emailed the developer and got the cheat code.
Or sent him a letter.
Yeah, he sent him a letter in the post.
Or a
Yeah.
telegram.
Smoke signal.
We used to play it, but people used to get a pencil or a pen and go right in between the buttons as fast as they could.
Tactics.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've had someone turn up at my house when we played Beijing Olympics 2008 on what was that, on Xbox 360. He turned up at my house with a sock, like a spare sock. I was like, "What are you doing?" And he said, "Oh, I'm putting it. It's like my game sock to do the like 2 buttons to get more friction."
What?
Kidding.
I know. I've never known anyone do that since, but he actually turned up with a sock to use to get
I mean,
fast
I'm
time.
not even mad. Have you
No.
heard of?
Not
I
got
recently
gloves.
found something out about the claw playing method.
Yes.
So, like, there's the standard method, and then there's like this weird claw method that people use.
Yep.
And I found out about it like last week, and I was like, what is this? How do these people not have arthritis?
Yeah,
Does
I think
anyone play with claw here?
I definitely don't. My son does for boss fights in any From Software game, so Dark Souls, Demon Souls, Elden Ring. Like he does it in that, and it's so that he can hold, run, and hit some other like potion button, but attack at the same time without having to like move his thumb from moving the camera and stuff. And I just sort of look at it and I think that looks so uncomfortable. It's like, yeah, well, I only do it for the boss battles because it's the only part that's like really stressful. Ah,
These kids, they're like evolving. They are way above us.
it is frightening.
We're gonna
Yeah.
evolve to have like massive claw hands in like 1,000 years for like controllers.
That's it. Just a special gaming hand.
Yeah.
Well, NES did bring out that power glove, didn't they? So maybe they were ahead of the time. Maybe they knew that that's what people need in the future.
Power glove. Christ, I haven't thought
Yeah,
about
that's
that
well
for a
expensive now. It's like 100 quid.
while. Oh, it was
Oh,
dreadful.
Wow.
It was crap at the time. I never knew anyone with one. I just remember watching it on, I can't think what TV show it was on, but it was just awful. The guys couldn't get it to work.
I love that when you watch like what was it? Was it the Gadget Show that we used
It
to
was on
have over
Channel
here?
5.
And they quite frequently put on like gaming things, and they'd get in like a guest host, and they'd never have like any clue how to work anything. And it was always like really stressful to watch. You're thinking, oh my god, it's very, very simple to just do this one thing. And then they got in like Andy McNabb, I remember, and they had him on. This like blew my mind. They had him on a roller floor. He was playing like Battlefield or COD or something, with a 360 screen and a paintball set up to shoot him when the enemy shot him. And he was like shitting himself, and he was like, "Oh my god!" and it felt so real. And I was like, this is the beginning of like the evolution of gaming that I wanted when I was a child.
Yeah,
The immersive experience.
definitely. I'll find a video for later on. We won't be able to play it in the middle because I'm sure we'll get some sort of copyright strike. But I'll fire it at you when we're done of some people in some kind of interactive VR, and it is, yeah.
Ollie, just reenact it right now. Just pretend you're Andy McNabb. And
Oh, I
reenact
definitely
Yeah, go on,
can't.
Ollie.
You need to have the full setup in order to carry you as this guy runs, terrified.
Sounds like an excuse.
Sounds like an excuse.
Surely we would need to put a blur over Ollie's face if he was going to be Andy McNabb as well.
Yeah,
'cause we
or
wouldn't
just like the helmet of the Stig.
Yeah.
Just really confuse people.
Okay, so you had a Spectrum. So what was the console that you moved on to from them? What was the first console that you received as a gift or purchased yourself?
The PS1 I got very early. I think I want to say 5 or 6, but I'm not sure. And I remember I got it with a bundle of Gran Turismo, Nightmare Creatures, and I want to say like Crash or Spyro or something like that. And I started with Nightmare Creatures, which was a terrible choice for someone who's like 6. And it absolutely, it really did, like names in the title. But then my mum was like really keen on these like Japanese horrors, so she was loving it. She was like, yes, play the game. So yeah, I can't really remember what games I had from it. I just remember the loading screen and mum just constantly buying these Japanese horrors. Like she got us me and my cousin into Project Zero.
Oh,
I don't know if anyone's heard of it.
Yes.
It's like a different title somewhere else. Yeah. I genuinely have trauma from that game. Genuinely. I never finished it, but I feel like I need to, like, before I die. That's my like my mountain to climb before I can like complete life.
Yeah, it was a cool game though. I thought it was totally unique when I picked it up because I just remember picking it up on a whim because the cover looked like it was a horror game, and then it being genuinely pretty scary. Sort of having to take photos of these ghosts and it's great. It's Zero Signal in America, possibly.
Really?
I'm sure someone will correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure it's called Zero Signal in America and Japan.
I don't know.
Possibly.
Well, yeah, I don't know why they changed the name for it. I just remember thinking, cool, where are my weapons? Wait, I just have a camera. Oh shit, everything's vibrating. Oh, there's a ghost. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah.
But they're like my earliest memories. I don't really remember PS1 as a like a structure, but I remember those games.
Yeah, PS1 is a definite great first console to have because we started with like NESs and but to start with PlayStation is like
makes us feel old.
Yeah,
feel a bit depressed.
But here's the thing: all my friends had NESs, and I'd go around and game with them. But you'd only get like 1 hour with them, so I never bonded with the console or the game. But at home, I literally had the Spectrum or a PS1. And what was quicker to load? PS1. That was what I was going with. And I never really had like anything. I never had Xboxes. I never had like the GameCube, but I had everything after that, essentially. So I missed out on a big chunk, and I regret it. But
I think there's definitely some parts of gaming, or certainly some gaming systems that people do tend to kind of sometimes skip over and stuff. Like I was really big into Nintendo handhelds, and then just for some reason skipped about 2 of them. I don't think I've played many Game Boy Advance games, which people always, gasp at. And you're like, I just never got around to it. There was other things like the PlayStation 1 and the PS2. There's all this stuff to play. So there's a whole bunch of stuff that I bypassed, and I didn't get a GameCube until I was well into my 20s because I was just playing all this other stuff. So yeah, I'm the same as you. There's definitely a little era of gaming that just skipped me by, and I just sort of went back to when I started having an income and could go and get this stuff before it was horrifically expensive like it is now.
There was a real boom though, wasn't there? It was the 90s and early 2000s. There was just console, game. And I think it was, unless you're a millionaire, it was hard to keep up with everything.
Yeah.
And your friends were playing one thing and you were playing the other, and you were like, oh, let's swap. But then you didn't have the same consoles, and it was difficult, really difficult.
Made it good though when you would go over friends' houses and stuff, and everybody had a different console, so you'd never just constantly get stuck playing the same things. Whereas, well, I mean, kids don't go and hang out at each other's houses now; they just do it all online. But I can imagine that being a bit boring. You go over your mate's house, oh, they've got Xbox as well. Like, so
Yeah, it's just one or well, I guess you got Switch, haven't you? Xbox Switch or PlayStation 5 now. That's your or PlayStation 4. That's your lot.
Or the VS, of course.
Of Evercade, which I'm sure Darcy doesn't even know what an Evercade is.
Not even a clue. Right, go on.
Okay. How can we describe it?
It's a modern gaming system that takes cartridges of curated games from the 8, 16-bit and 32-bit era. That's
Right.
probably the easiest
That's
way
the
to
best way.
describe it.
Yeah.
it's
Why
a
do I
way for
want
people
one?
to.
Is it
It's
okay?
cool.
Does it play like? Is it one of those ones where you can get like the 100 games in one and you put the cartridge in?
No.
Not technically, no, technically not, because
No.
they're all the games that they release are all licensed, so you're actually you're getting it legally, so to speak. Some cartridges have 2 games on, some have 20 games on, depending on which
Okay.
program or which developer it is that they're releasing a cartridge for. But I like it; it's good fun.
Yeah, I quite like it. Dorbs doesn't like it at all.
Oh,
Terrible.
why not, Dobbs?
Where do you want me to start?
Oh god,
Oh, here we go.
you've opened up a Pandora's box here.
Sit yourself down, get a nice cup of tea. Yeah, I had a fault. I bought an Evercade handheld. I had a bugged game. Long story short, contacted them, and then they blocked me. So I sold it, made a little bit of profit, and yeah, I've just seen so many faults of it. I don't want to go into too many details, but I've seen quite a few Evercades and Evercade VSs with faults. So I think we just leave it at that, shall we? I can tell you more offline.
Doors got a bit; he didn't like it.
No.
So you're not going to pursue Evercade for a sponsorship for your YouTube channel, no?
I'd love to.
Put
but
one
I
in.
can't-
Just make one and put it in.
I'd love to. Well, the thing is, I can't because they blocked me. So
Oh.
you know,
It's all good now, Dorbs. It's all
Dorbs
good.
is
He's allowed
in
back
no
in.
way bitter.
I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter at all.
Of course you're not.
But
Just
it
a little
was-
bit.
It's very upsetting for me. I've not been blocked ever in my life, and they blocked me.
I'm blocking you right now.
Block.
But yeah, if save your money, don't get one.
Fair.
Don't
I
get
mean,
one.
I didn't know what it was 20 seconds ago, and now I don't know that I don't want one.
Actually, saying that, I've got a lovely sealed Evercade VS. If you're interested,
Oh, he's
Absolutely not.
still-
Oh, here we go.
it's the greatest. It's the greatest console ever. It's so good. It's
The
it's
digital
sleek,
pimp
it's
comes out as he
nice.
tries to shift this system that he no longer wants. It's a good system. I like it. I think it's good.
It's
fun.
all right.
Yeah, I like it. There's a handheld and a home
And a
console,
console.
as well. We'll show you offline, and then you
Okay,
can
perfect,
you can make your own mind up. Okay, so you probably see the next question up on screen there. So your favorite game and console?
Can I split them?
Yeah, they
You
don't have to
can.
be the
Yeah.
same game for the same system.
Because favorite game is like a big thing anyway for me, and the console is my favorite game's not on my favorite console.
Okay.
My favorite console is PS2.
Yeah.
It's cliche, I know that, but again, I didn't grow up with. I had like the only Nintendo products I had were Wii, a Game Boy Advance, the original Game Boy actually, and then that's it. Oh, and the Game Boy Color. That's the one I had. So PS2 was like the revolution for me, where all these amazing games came out, and I remember I had WWE SmackDown versus Raw.
Great game.
The best game. I had Spyro. Loved
Yep.
Spyro the Dragon. And then I had, what else did I have on there? Tombi 1. Actually, I think that was PS1. Does anyone play Tombi?
Tombi. The name is ringing a bell. I've got a
It's
vision
like-
of a front cover in my head.
No.
Let's Google it.
They had Tombi too. The guy with the pink hair. It was like an RPG, but a platformer, and it was so difficult that
Tombi.
it
Yes.
made me really stressed. But I had to play it. It was a
Yes.
demo on a PS1. You know the PlayStation magazines. It was like
Yes.
a demo on that, and then I bought the
Yeah.
game afterwards.
Yes,
Okay.
it's the game I thought it was. I've never played it myself, but from looking at the character on the front, you're like, yeah, I've seen that. Definitely seen that game kicking around before.
Oh, yeah, I recognise it.
Yeah, it was just. I loved that game so much. Loved it. Bought it at a car boot sale for like £2, and now it's like 80
Wow.
quid on eBay.
Yeah.
Have you still got it? Still
Yeah,
got
but the cover, I never took care of my games because I played them so much. So
it? Yeah.
I can't sell it. But,
You don't have the sequel, do you?
Tombi 2.
Tombi
Yeah,
2.
I've got Tombi 2.
£199 that is on eBay.
Wow.
Tombi 2 is not even as good as the first one.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, boys,
Generally
that's our-
crap.
Let me
generally
just pop
crap
onto
games get
eBay,
more.
and that's our drinking money for this show.
That's amazing.
Tombi 2, oh, it's on the PS1 because Ryan's trying to do a PS2 complete collection.
Yeah.
He's doing really well. He's only got about
What does he not
4,800
have?
games.
Well,
We ain't got long enough.
The
Send me a
easiest
list.
question would be, what do I have? Because I've got about
Yeah.
20 games. I've got about another 5,000 to go.
I mean, I applaud that. That is
But
ambitious.
I only started 2 weeks ago, and I've already received a few donations from people who watch our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So they will be in my next pickup video.
Yeah, I've got like 2 crates of. I refuse to get rid of my games, not even because I think they're going to be worth anything, just because they're like giving up my childhood. If that makes sense, I'm like, no,
Yeah.
they're going to collect dust until I die.
Yeah.
I'm in.
So I have them, but just if you need them, tell me.
Oh, there you go. It's,
Then you
yeah.
can clutch them out of my dead hands. But no, I'm joking, yeah. I have a few rare ones. I have a few that people have given me, like the knockoff James Bond thing. I can't remember what it's called. It was like a fake James Bond PS2 game called
PS2.
Mission to Zero or something, or like Golden Guy or something really ridiculous.
Golden guy.
The golden guy. I like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I have a
That
look,
took
but I'll take a photo when we're done and send you it and see if you want to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
definitely.
I'll probably need all of them based on the fact that I've only got about 20 games. So
You can have one.
Okay.
No, I'm joking.
Thank you.
I got you a really good game the other day, Ryan, for your pickups.
You
video.
did, but
Wait,
don't
no, it's all
spoil
right,
the
I'm not
What did
surprise.
you get? What did you get?
I'm not allowed to
Oh,
say
is
because
it-
it'll ruin.
Put it in the
Ryan's
private
video.
chat.
Alright.
Put it in the private chat.
Okay, fair.
So favorite
doing your
console
yeah.
PS2, and then
Favorite game. So actually, I think I was talking to you about this when I met you guys at the Hobbit in Southampton, and I'm still bloody playing Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh, yes.
great
And
choice.
Classic.
It's my second playthrough, and this time I know what's happening. I'm not going to give spoilers, but I know what's happening. I'm just enjoying it. I'm trying to get that 100%, and the 100% is not even 100%, so it stresses me out. So I think I'm 174 or 5 hours into my second playthrough,
Good lord.
and I'm only at
Wow.
90%.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah, so
I've,
that's like.
I've just gone back to that game. It's so good.
Have you?
Yeah, and they're apparently they're going to be bringing out new like high res 4K update for it. Apparently, that's what's
What,
gonna
for
be
the
brilliant.
player or online?
For not for the online. I think it's for the
Oh yes.
one player version.
Well,
but-
I'm gonna have to play it again.
It's so good.
I
So,
still
are
haven't
you-
dived in on it yet.
It's good. Brilliant, Ollie. You need to play it.
Brilliant. It's the only video game that made me cry ever. I've
Right.
never. I actually was sat there like, why have I got tears running down my face playing a video game? I was so invested in Arthur Morgan. It's crazy.
It's
Yeah.
and I'm gonna have to really try. This isn't about spoilers, but for me, I've dealt with a lot of like grieving and stuff, and a lot of you see through the progression, you lose people and then you gain people, and like it sounds a little bit Can I swear in this podcast?
Of course
Yeah.
you can.
Sounds a little bit wanky, to say, but I really connected with it because it's kind of like you grieve and you lose a lot and you feel very connected, and then you just carry on and you have these mundane tasks that you have to do, and you're like, why the fuck am I doing these things? Like, this massive thing has just happened. Why do I have to keep doing these things? And then you realize the more you do these stupid tasks and missions, that actually everything turns out all right.
Mm.
And that really connected with me, and that's why it's like my number one.
Wow,
But that's my number one. So
Yeah, it's deep. Yeah.
number
That was
two, on a similar thing, is Last of Us 2.
Ah, brilliant
Ooh,
game.
yeah.
Yeah, I love that game.
Fantastic
good.
story.
See, again,
Yeah.
that is another one I've deliberately held off.
Ollie.
I've
Come on,
deliberately
Ollie.
held off of the second one because it was in this late PS4 coming into the PS5 life cycle, and they'd announced all these games that they were remastering. And I thought, I'll hold fire because they'll release a remaster of Last of Us 2, and they've only just gone and remade Last of Us Part 1 instead for the PS5.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I'm still holding out. I still reckon they're going to do a PS5 update for Last of Us 2. So
But the
I've
graphics
held
don't
off this
matter
long.
really. Like, the
No,
story is the thing.
it
Yeah, the
is. But
storyline is amazing.
I do
Yeah,
like it with
so good.
some of these re-releases they've done where they've sort of improved the lighting, and especially like the first Last of Us was so atmospheric with lighting and sound. And I thought, if they're going to do that for Last of Us 2, I'd like to experience it in the best way that they can sort of choose to present it. And I managed to avoid like every fucking spoilers under the sun. I still don't know what happens, which is great.
Well,
And
do
now
you want me to tell
everyone's
you, Ollie?
played it and stopped talking about it. No, I fucking don't.
No, but that's good though,
Yeah,
because
it's good, mate.
I'm so glad, because I got every spoiler and I was like, good, I'm glad I played it. So that's good.
But it's good
Right.
because you
Everyone
sort
dies. No, I'm joking.
you something happens and you have to play as someone you don't want to play, but
Mm.
at the end, after you've sort of played with this character for quite a long time and you've got to know them, what they're about, etc., then there's tough decisions that you've got to make. You know, the end scene I'm on about in the
Yeah,
beach.
yeah, yeah.
And it's just
It's
like,
a
oh
moral
no,
thing,
I don't
isn't
want
it?
to do that. Yeah, I don't want to
Yeah.
do that. But like, you know, rewind 60 hours back and I was like, yeah, I want to do that. But now it's like, no, I don't want to do that. But it's such a good game. Such a good
Right.
game.
Because like Ryan said earlier about the game making him cry, the first Last of Us, in about the first 10 minutes, I was ruined.
Yeah.
Absolutely ruined. To the point where my wife came downstairs and was sort of, oh, you playing your game? Are you all right? I'm like, no, I don't think I am. Need to pause this and tell you exactly what's happened. She's like, oh yeah, I can understand why you'd be a bit upset then. Like, yeah,
Bit
And
upset.
savage.
It's quite an easy platinum as well. It's not
Yeah,
a difficult platinum as
well,
well.
here's the thing though, that it is an easy platinum. Like, it's very linear. It's, you can't go this way, you can't go that way. You have a strict story to follow, but it's still replayable.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I think that's why it makes it unique, because a lot of the time you follow a story and you go, oh, well, I know the story.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know the Last of Us story. I know the first one and the second one, but I'm still going to play it because it makes me feel a part of it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's brilliant. One of my it's in my top 10. It's a brilliant game.
Did
Well,
anyone
it's getting-
play Fable 3 on the Xbox 360? That's
Yeah,
another game
loved
that kind of you have to make choices. And there's one point on that where you're on like a slave ship and there's people like begging you for food. And if you give them food, you basically will lose all of your power that you've built up to get to that stage in the game. And it's like, I don't know what to do. Do I fit you? And that really pulls on you as well.
Okay. See, I never played that, but that reminds me of
Brilliant.
like Infamous
Yes.
with the good
Yeah.
and the bad balance, and you get
Yeah.
different powers.
Yeah.
Bad.
Fable 2 was a favorite one of mine, because you could, if you were good and did nice things and helped your village and did all this kind of stuff, you started growing a little halo around your head. And then as soon as you started being a right dick, you'd start growing these devil horns, so you could literally complete the game of being the nicest person in the world. Again, like you say with Infamous, and then just go back, replay the game again, and have a totally different experience where the village fears you, and it's weird. Really good. I do like games that do that though.
You
But
could
see,
do all sorts on Fable. Sorry, Darcy.
No. But like those sort of honor thing, and I guess with Red Dead as well, I'm always like, I always play it straight laced. I'm like, I'm gonna be the good guy. I'm gonna get as much goodness as I can. And then I play it the second time. And I'm like, fuck you guys. I'm gonna do
Yeah.
everything bad. I'm gonna wreck everything. I'm gonna shoot this guy in the head for just for looking at me. And then
Yep.
I just can't follow it through because I end up just veering towards goodness by the end of it.
Yeah.
It's really
Yeah.
horrible. I just want to be evil.
Like they can get on a t-shirt. I want to be evil.
Yeah.
Playing the game as evil is quite fun. Whereas if you play it as a goody two shoes, it's a bit boring, isn't it? Oh, can I have some meat? Yeah, there you go. It's like, oh,
Goody two shoes.
no.
But my brain is
You
like,
are, yeah.
starve, peasant. But my finger's like X for bread. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I'm giving bread.
I do
Yeah.
like to complete the game in the good way first. It's like if you ever play a Star Wars game, I always play it as a Jedi first because that's, I think deep down that's what I'd always hope I would be. But then yeah, going through the second, like Infamous was a really good one because it was, I don't know, you were being a dick, but you were being really nasty. And as you sort of progressed really far into that one that was on the PS4, I think it's second. So I'm looking at the games now. I think it's
Second
Second
Light.
Son.
Yeah.
Second
It
son,
was-
yeah.
Oh man, when you could start being a real nasty bastard halfway through that, it kind of got really good fun. I'd sort of
Yeah,
spent
it
the
did.
first 10 hours getting like, oh, I don't really want to hit this person. I don't want to set fire to them. And then by the end of it, I'm like, burn everyone.
Yeah.
And your powers are better. Like they're stronger as like a heel
Yeah.
or a bad guy.
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, that was
Just
game number 2, but carry on.
No,
Sorry.
that's
good
that's
choice.
okay. I was just going to get to Ollie's
Excellent
point. Like
choices.
he sees himself as a Jedi. I see you as the guy, you know, fixing the spaceships. You know, just to...
Yeah.
I think Ollie's an Ewok.
Sith Lord.
Ewok, yeah.
I mean, well, no, what would I prefer to be the guy fixing this shit? No, I'll be an Ewok. At least they get to
You're the
fight things.
ultimate Ewok.
Ultimate Ewok.
Ultimate
Okay.
Ewok. Yeah.
I'll go with Ewok. I don't like the idea of being the guy that fixes the shit.
I know
that
he'd
gets
be what's his name? The little Jabba's little mate.
Oh,
The
fuck
weird
off.
thing.
What?
Do you know Jabba's mate? See if I can find a picture of him. That weird little thing that you like laughs his head off at everything.
Okay, so do I get to now pick a Star Wars character that Dorbs is going to be?
Yeah, I don't mind.
Yeah.
Mate. That's right.
Okay.
I'm glad I've
we go,
avoided
mate.
this. It was me who started this, Ollie.
It's
and
all right, mate. I'm
you've,
coming
We'll
for you
get
in a
to you,
minute. Don't worry.
right?
Don't worry.
We'll get to you.
Here we go. Here we go. No, hang on. Hang on. Let me see if I can share this. Apologies, Ollie.
That's okay.
I know the guy you're talking about. He's got all like the fuzzy hair and
Hang on. Yeah. So there we go.
Oh no!
Yeah.
That's like a gremlin.
See the resemblance.
poor bugger.
Yeah,
Nah,
I'll
but
just,
you wouldn't really
Shocking
do that.
behaviour.
you know, I'll just be a stormtrooper, die in the first like 5 seconds of the film, and that would be the end of me.
Can't shoot
can
for
be-
shit and then just
You can be the
Yeah.
you can be the stormtrooper
Yeah.
that hits his head as he opens the door.
and just carries on. Yeah, we love
Yeah.
that.
So much so that it was the only good bit about the special edition Star Wars movies was when they put the bonk in. So every time he like walks into it, they've just
Donk.
put the like a donk noise on it now, and you're like,
No,
yeah, you can't hide it, so why not?
Yeah.
Mm,
That's
yeah.
fantastic.
All right, I'm going to find Dorbs' one while you rally us back, Ryan.
Oh no, I haven't finished
Nibnum.
my favorite
Oh,
game.
go.
Sorry.
Oh,
No,
I have-
need-
I have like a swapping top 5. So those are my 2. And then I spoke to you guys about this before, but Heavy Rain used to be number 3.
Yes. Oh,
good
And
game.
we spoke a lot about Heavy Rain. But then I replayed it last year and was like, this does not hold up at all.
mm,
So it's been replaced by
Ooh.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh, okay.
Ollie! I haven't played the
Yes.
new one, so I haven't played the sequel, so don't spoil it for me.
Oh, it's good.
Is it?
It's
'Cause
good.
I haven't heard any buzz about it, and I was like, well, normally people talk about games if they're good, but I haven't
Yeah.
heard anything.
It came out a week before Elden Ring, so it kind of just got swamped with everybody playing that. But the story is fucking up there. It's really
Does
it's
it
everything.
continue?
Yes, 100%. Yeah,
Mm.
everything you'd like about the first game is now better, and the story has, like, the first one has a good twist in it when it tells you what's happened. You're like, fuck, that's cool. And then this one has another twist in the middle where you're like, holy shit, this is, yeah, there has to be another one. They have to finish it.
Yeah.
It's very, very cool.
Mm.
It's very difficult to talk about the game without too many
I
spoilers because
know,
it is
right.
so good. But yeah, massively high concept sci-fi. Very, very cool.
Okay, well, when I finished Red Dead, I'll be messaging.
I
Yeah, right.
highly recommend.
That's 3. Game number 4 is either Assassin's Creed Origins or Odyssey. It kind of flips between the two.
It's a shame Triangle Face isn't here. I think he's a big Assassin's Creed fan.
Yeah, I am as well. Love.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Assassin's- yeah,
Which
love
one's your
Assassin's-
favourite?
Black Flag at the minute.
Oh, classic.
Yeah, love.
The only
it.
reason-
Blackbeard.
The only reason that doesn't get into my top 5 is because when I tried to 100% it, the like sailing between the tiny little stupid
Yeah,
islands
I know what
with
you
the
mean.
shards on did my head in.
Yeah, it's a lot of glitches as well.
Yeah,
I had a
the
lot of
glitches are
glitches
brilliant.
sometimes when you got stuck in between like a wall and that, you can get out, just like reload. No, it's
But
really good.
the sea shanties were top tier.
Yeah,
Right.
brilliant.
Yeah, that's 4. And then 5, I don't know if anyone's heard of this, and it's not like a brilliant game, but it's just a game that I play like every Christmas. It's not even a Christmas game, but it's called Broken Sword.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
classic
I know.
sword.
You know? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't
cool.
know. I had it on the PlayStation.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's on
but see, the PlayStation, I had it on PC, and then it came out on PlayStation, and then I could never finish it on PlayStation because of the desert level where you have to get the buzzer. You have to press the buzzer to make him fall off the cliff.
Oh, I
And my
didn't get that.
controller was never quick enough, and I was like, "Fuck this game! This game's glitched." Yeah, but that's like an annual tradition for me to play that game.
Yeah. Until you get to that stage.
No, but then I play it on PC, so it's okay.
Ah, okay.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
Amazing.
this is a
That's a good
awkward
set of
because,
picks.
yeah,
Nice.
They
Heavy
change
Rain.
a lot, but yeah, Heavy Rain, yeah.
I'm
amazing.
a bit awkward because I've just done a podcast on that for 2 hours with someone with RGB,
Mm.
and we talked about that for 2 hours. But yeah, it's
What's
one
your
of my
favorite? What's your favorite bit about Heavy Rain?
Oh, we all know what Dorbs' favourite scene is because he mentions it all the time. And if you can guess, Darcy,
yeah, do you want to have a guess?
if you're at Kapow on the 28th of August, which we'll
Mhm.
get to a bit later at the Hobbit,
Mhm.
we will buy you a drink if you can. Well, we'll buy you a drink anyway for doing this, but we will get you an extra drink if you can guess what Dorbs' favourite scene is.
Yeah.
from that game.
Have a think. Let me know, and I'll tell you if it is.
Is there
I'll
a,
actually.
what's a clue, or will it give it away?
Probably give it away.
The clue is he is a man. That's the clue. As in Dorbs is a man.
Oh,
Adjust.
it's
yeah.
not the scene where you're walking around the shop and you have to dust everything off, is it?
no, definitely not. I know that's in Manfred's, isn't it? I know what you mean. When you're, you got to get rid of your fingerprints, but no. Close. It does involve
Shut in the freezer.
No. But yeah, have a think and tell me at Kapow, and then I'll let you know.
Is it press X for Jason?
No.
Jason.
No, that's all. That's all your.
Jason.
Yeah, Jason.
Sean.
It's like, don't let him run off. Just grab him. Problem solved. You know.
Have you seen the glitch for at the end scene where it's like you find Sean and he's like in the grate, and then you can just press X to Sean, and he's like having this really big moment. It's like Sean.
Yeah. It's one of my favourites. So.
Love it.
Yeah, a bit awkward that. But anyway, moving swiftly on.
Maybe Dorbs, it's only you that remembers that scene. Because
Is it the shower scene?
Shower scene.
It is.
And the shower scene's only for a selected few people who actually get the right combination.
Really?
Yeah. It's not like a normal part of the thing. You have to like channel through to it.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Yeah, no.
But is that your favourite scene?
It's a good scene because it shows that she's very clean. But then I don't even know if I should say this, but that's then immediately ruined when she uses the toilet and doesn't wipe, if you know what I mean. So she's had a shower and then she does that, and then she doesn't. This is so weird. She doesn't wipe, so she's.
You've gone in depth here. Appreciate it. Did you press X to remove jumper?
Yeah. And then I saved it, and I think it glitched, so I had to reload it, and then it glitched again for some reason.
Oh, so weird.
So, yeah, I can't believe that happened. But yeah, it's a brilliant game. It's yeah, brilliant game.
Did you guys play? Oh no, I actually did speak to you about this. What's it called? The other one they did, the newer one, Detroit.
Become Human.
Yeah.
Yeah, loved it. Brilliant game.
That's so replayable, but actually not replayable because how emotional it is. There's not really a good outcome. So
no, it's a brilliant game. It's got very famous actors in as well. I can't remember his bloody name.
you're still thinking about the shower scene, aren't you?
Yeah.
It's got
I think is the
Clancy Brown. It's got Clancy Brown.
Oh, okay.
Who plays the cop, and Bishop. Lance Henriksen. Yeah, he's in that as well. So yeah, it's a brilliant game. Absolutely fantastic. I love that game.
Okay, we'll leave Dorbs thinking about that. And I think we already know the answer to this because you were mentioning Red Dead Redemption 2. But is there anything else that I'm sure on Instagram I saw you playing Pro Evolution Soccer the other day on PlayStation 2.
Oh yeah, that was God, that was like Pro Evo 4 or something. We just dug up out of the graveyard, and it was like glitchy as fuck, but we love it. That's just sometimes I go around my friend's house and we'll dig up like an old game like AIDS Odyssey or something, and just we'll turn it into a drinking game, like the quickest to complete the level or whatever. But yeah, Red Dead, I'm still trying to 100% it. I've got back into Fall Guys.
Fall Guys is
the
great
new
fun.
Update. Yeah, it's brilliant. Are you guys on it?
I am on Fall Guys. Yep.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to send me your thing. And then
have you ever won Fall Guys?
I've not won it in the new game, but I won it six times, I think, in lockdown.
Okay.
The original one.
Yeah, that's good.
I've got to the
Sounds
final
good, but
one.
I played like 800 levels, so it's not really that good.
My best, I think I came third or fourth. Got to the final, and it was the level where the floor gives way and you're layered, and you have to keep
the
dropping
hexagon.
down.
Yeah.
And
I
didn't win. But no, definitely, we have to play Fall Guys. That's
for
a
sure.
real fun game.
And I'm also this is a game that I dip into in and out, but RimWorld. Have anyone's heard of RimWorld? It's on Steam.
Okay.
It's like a bird's eye. They're the developers who do Prison Architect.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they're the same developers who. So essentially, you can create your own scenario, but your starting scenario is that you're traveling space and you've crashed on this alien planet. You have no idea what's going on. You only have like 2 days worth of survival meals, and you have to create a shelter, and you have like hostile animals around you, and you have to basically make enough resources to build a ship to go home, which can take like 10 years. And it's set on like you can choose the story setting. So I always have mine on random, so you can have like a herd of 20,000 beavers just come and attack you, and they eat any structure made of wood. Or you have like an enemy faction will come in and just kill you, but it's okay because you've put turrets up. It's so random that I love it. It's so replayable, and I highly recommend everyone to play it. I think it's only like £10 as well on Steam, which is brilliant. Yeah, there it is. Oh, it's £23. Take it back. Sorry, I must have got it in a sale like 20 years ago. No,
that's been reduced as well.
Wait to the sale because I'm sure it's always on sale during the Steam ones. But it's honestly, I love that game for sure.
Yeah, I like a good sale.
Yeah, 16 bits and bobs in the chats. Just RGB Gaming Podcast have just said about doing a Fall Guys live stream, so we'll have to set that up. That'd be quite good fun.
Yeah, totally in.
Definitely, because we do Among Us, don't we? As a YouTube channel, we have people play that. I don't know if you're a fan of Among Us.
I haven't. So I played it when did it come out? 2019 or 2020? 2020, I think. I played it when it came out, was addicted, didn't touch it, then played it in like January this year. I was like, oh shit, there's all these other levels. And then I just stuck to the Skeld because that was the only like territory I was used to. So yeah, but I know that they've updated it massively. So yeah,
It's
maybe
good.
I'll
Yeah,
try.
we have a celebrity join us, don't we, when we
do.
play it?
We do.
Yep.
Who's
we
your
do.
Reality
celebrity?
TV legend.
He's only had a top 10 single in the UK top 40.
Who
That
is
could be
it?
anyone, mate. You're gonna have to
Yeah,
narrow
Yeah.
it down.
He appeared in season 1 of Pop Idol.
Gareth Gates.
No,
That
close
much,
though.
Young.
much better than him.
No, the one he should have won that
Darius.
series. No,
Yeah.
oh, that Darius would be good actually.
I'd
I
love
would-
to see Darius
Oh,
play
I'd
among
love
us.
Darius.
Here you go, Dorbs. Find out if Darius is a gamer and see if we can get a tangible link to get Darius. on
Darius
this.
does
Yeah.
everything, and
Yeah.
Darius says yes to everything. So just do it.
Okay, fair enough.
That can be a whole segment. Darius says yes. We'll try and
Darius
see if we can find something he'll say no to.
Yeah.
No, we play Among Us with Rick Waller.
Oh, how
Yeah.
is Rick? I mean, I say that like I know him personally, but just yeah, how is he?
Oh, he's a legend. Really nice bloke.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
good
top
for
guy.
you.
He's
Yeah.
usually in the chat, but he's not here
He
this
is. He's
evening,
not- he's not
unfortunately.
tonight. No.
It
Damn
was,
it, Rick.
it was one of those really weird streams where we go off on tangents, as you can probably tell, and we somehow got onto the topic of Rick Waller, and then throughout the stream, Dorbs was trying to get in contact with Rick Waller, and then ended up getting in contact with Rick Waller, who turned out to be a really big gamer.
And
Love that.
he's really cool. Really nice bloke. Really
Oh.
nice.
Weirdly, I remember
top
getting in
guy.
a cab from somewhere in central London on the way home, and then the driver was like, "Listen to this. This guy's going to be a star." And he put on a Rick Waller CD and was like, "I'm his manager." I was like,
Wow.
"Well, if you're his
Wow.
manager, why are you driving a cab?" Like,
Yeah.
but maybe he was, but either way, he was a massive fan of Rick Waller. And I
Who
was like,
isn't?
"You know what, fair
Who isn't?
play." Yeah, well,
Yeah, exactly. Well, if Rick ever watches this back, can you say in the comments whether your manager was a London taxi driver or
London-
was
Yeah.
someone trying?
I really
or-
hope it was. Otherwise, I'm gonna. I've told that story to so many people now. They'll be like, "Yeah, she's lying."
Oh, we'll find out. Should we message him?
Oh, yeah,
I
or
can
don't
message
disturb
him.
him if he's not if he's busy. But,
Okay, well that,
yeah.
that moves us nicely on to our next topic. Before we get on to your wrestling career, Darcy,
Oh, I forgot all about wrestling, to be honest.
Waller's remasters, which
Right.
Dorbs, I'm going to hand over to you because this is something that you and Rick Waller came up with.
Well, that's more Rick, really. But yeah, so it's 3 games, 3 retro games that you think deserve a remake or a remaster for a modern console.
Okay.
So 3 games and the reason why you think they deserve a remaster or a remake.
Define retro.
Something for PS2 downwards.
All right. First of all, it's not even a PS game, but Frankie Goes to Hollywood on the Spectrum.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
was like the original RPG for me, and just so many different narratives that you could go down and different houses you could raid and stuff. I'd love a remake of that with a little bit more story.
Yeah.
So to like give it more of a reason why you would do things. The second one, Ape Escape, which I think was PS1.
PS1, yeah. It was.
Yeah, that
Good
was like the
choice.
first.
one. I think
Sorry,
it was one of the first ones to have an analog. Use the analog.
Yes, and that was the whole reason I bought an analog stick, was because I got it in the PlayStation magazine. I was like, I can't play the demo, but there's really like cute monkeys, and I need to catch them. And I saved up and got an analog controller, and then bought Ape Escape, and did like the skiing, and yeah, that was great. I'd love a remake of that with good graphics. And then my third would have to be, it's a PC game. I don't know how many people would know it, because it was quite low budget, but it was called The Lost Crown.
Okay.
Can't
Anyone
say I
know
know
that?
that.
No, don't know that one.
So this was my mum's horror influence, but it was I think there was only a few people in the development stage of it, but it was real black and white photos from UK seaside towns, and you arrive on a train and you have to find the mystery of the lost crown, and the character acting is abysmal, like it's hilariously bad.
This looks
But
awesome.
the
Yeah.
story is just brilliant. It has this charm, and they use like real ghost recordings that they like researched and took from like investigations and stuff, and it's terrifying and brilliant, and I'd love them to have enough money to remake it properly, but still keep the charm of it being a little bit, budget.
That is
Okay.
definitely
Yeah,
a
I'll check
horror
that
game
out.
I've never heard of. I'm just looking
No.
at some screenshots now, and it looks incredible. I
Yeah.
do
Please.
like horror.
I don't know if you can get it anymore. I mean, I have the DVD I have the CD of it for PC, but it doesn't run on my PC anymore. So I don't know if. And they said they were going to make a second one, and then I think he ran out of money, or I don't know. But it's, yeah. If you can play it, play it.
Okay. It's quite
Yeah.
cheap as well. It's only £5 on eBay. So
Is it?
yeah.
Brilliant.
£4.49.
Definitely play it. Like the acting is a little struggle in the beginning, but once you get into the story, you'll love it.
Yeah, £4.49 with free postage, and if you buy something else, you get 20% off. So, yeah,
See, that kind of pains me a little. I'm like,
that's good.
but the game like feels like a throwaway, and it's like precious to me. So I'm like, oh, they're just throwing in all this stuff because really they just want to get rid of the game, and I'm like, no, the game is so important.
To be fair, this is on this seller on eBay. It's doing stuff really, really cheap. Whether it's genuine or not, I don't know, but some of them do seem incredibly cheap.
I think I'm probably going to get lost down a YouTube rabbit hole tonight watching stuff on this and watching someone play through it, because it's just, I like horror games a lot. I like horror. That's pretty much all horror movies. I like horror a lot, and horror video games are always really good fun. So that's something new. Ian from RGB Gaming Podcast, who's appearing in and out of the chat, I think he's at work now. That's he's really into horror as well. So I'm going to have to throw that one at him as well.
Yeah, I highly, highly recommend it. I think it's like a hidden gem that I was so lucky to find, only because my mum loved obscure horror film and horror games.
Yeah.
And I don't know anyone who's really played it. So
there we go.
Yeah, try it.
Another set of interesting picks. Some people pick some really cool games. So this is good. I like it.
What have other people picked?
I think one of the ones that Rick Waller picked on the first time it done was it Rockstar Ate My Hamster.
Yeah.
Again, never heard of that game before.
Oh, hello. Here we go.
Here he is.
Exclusive breaking news. There he is.
Is that right? Oh, hello.
Yeah. That is Rick Waller. So I've just sent you a message. Rick, was your manager ever a cab driver?
In central London.
In central London. So hopefully he'll get back to us and let us know. Was your manager ever a London taxi driver? Because some bloke claimed he was, and we just need some closure. But Rick is absolute diamond, one of the nicest blokes around.
If he says no, I'm leaving. So.
Okay.
Yes.
What I'll do, I'll get him to send it to me privately, then I'll just pretend it's a yes.
No. He can say it openly because I don't care. That was a great cab ride for me. So.
But that's brilliant. He's turned up. Here we go. My manager. Yeah. So, a London cabbie told Darcy that he was your manager.
Love this.
And played your CD.
We were coming home from Shoreditch, and he was like, "Do you know Rick Waller?" I was like, "Yeah, I've seen. I'm his manager. Get a load of this." And he put in a CD. He went, "This is his EP," and he just played like 2 tracks that I knew of at the time. And then he was really proud about it. So I was like, I'm not going to rain on his parade and question it. Like, he's very happy, so we'll see. But why would he say it? No, this is like how thing. I was like 20 to 22. This is a long time ago, like 10 years ago.
So did you get his name?
I could probably go back 10 years.
Yeah, it's a
I'll
shame.
There's a lot of
try.
names in 10 years.
Yeah.
Because Richard's asking quite a lot of questions. I'm sort of sodden.
Suspicious.
Yeah, I'm a bit sodden. Oh, hang on.
Oh,
Was
here we go.
Suspicious.
was he balding? Was the taxi driver balding? Was he losing his hair?
I think statistically, yes.
Yeah,
Statistically.
Hey, well, I was sort of swinging this way. Now I'm going back this way.
We've gone off on some tangents.
Yeah,
So
this-
definitely one.
This is one.
This is one of the big...
There's-
Can we do
Rick,
like a whole thing about if Rick Wallace?
We should do a yeah.
Does he want to join the stream? He just
Yeah,
jump
if
on and
you
just
wanna pop on,
answer.
Rich,
We can just
can pop
answer the
on.
question.
It's Simon Cowell gamer. Yeah.
So, oh, hang on. We got an update. That would have been Paul. So, yeah, it looks like that is a true story. So you can tell all your friends now.
I
that-
love that it was.
It has been confirmed by the man himself.
Yes,
So,
Rick.
yeah,
Look at that. RGR making dreams come true.
We are
yeah.
and
that's,
solving
He was
all of
he was
life's
so
mysteries.
proud though. Like he was just like, I got in the car, and normally people are like, "Oh, do you want to put your CD or like phone in?" And he was like, "Do you know Rick Waller? I put this CD in." He was so proud. He was
Yeah,
so proud.
you should
I
be.
love that.
But no, Rick's really nice bloke, and yeah, hopefully if we play Among Us, he'll join us and you can have a chat to him. But yeah, he's
Yeah.
top bloke.
For
A lot,
sure,
Top bloke.
a
for
lot of
sure.
time.
Top bloke, not very good at Among Us, but top bloke.
Yeah.
Doesn't do his tasks, but top
No, he
bloke,
doesn't.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
But no, he's good lad. A lot of time for him. A lot of time.
Good.
Okay, so I just want to touch briefly on your wrestling career because I want to see how that's how your character's been influenced by video games. So I just want to ask, what was the first event you watched and what really got you into wrestling?
Wrestling, I watched. It was the Attitude Era with my cousin, and we used to watch every Saturday. And like all the like hardcore shots were starred out, so it'd be like, "My God, he hit a chair!" and it would start out. And me and my cousin used to regularly injure each other by doing stuff, and then there was a definite like pinnacle moment where we thought wrestling was real, and we created a little ring in the living room, and
Excuse
he'd
me?
move like
Sorry?
wait, he'd pull the sofas and I'd pull the sofas the other way, and we'd do our entrances, and we'd like, okay, let's go. And then I smacked him over the head with a Quality Streets tin because
as you do.
and
Oh,
he,
yeah.
he ended up going to hospital with 2 stitches in his lip because of that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck yeah, wrestling! It's real. And then I
did you
didn't
pin
think
it?
about
Did
I
you
don't
pin
think
it?
I even bothered. I was like just showing out. I was
So
like
free.
arguing on the controller. Yeah, I didn't even bother. But then I completely forgot about wrestling for years. Forgot about it. About 2003, I like was scrolling late night on Sky TV and was like, oh, WWE, I remember them. Was watching and then like got super into it again, and then forgot about it. And then 2017, this is when like it's going to be a sad moment, but essentially it's not a sad moment, but my mum passed away, and my friend was like, you need to like deal with this, because I just wasn't processing it, I wasn't dealing with it. And he's one of my best friends, and he was like, you know, wrestling. I was like, fucking love wrestling, yeah. He was like, do you want to go to wrestling and maybe try and work out some stuff? And I was like, yeah, let's go. Had no idea you could be a wrestler in the UK. Never watched any indie wrestling. Watched a little bit of Japanese wrestling and then WWE. And then I went on the Monday. I walked in, they were playing this mad rave music. We did like an hour of like this intense warm up. Then we did wrestling, and I was like, this is me. Like, this is my vibe. And then I started going like 2-3 times a week, started doing shows, went to travel to Japan, was like training over there, and it just like snowballed. And it completely, it was just that one moment, you know, where it just happened, and I haven't looked back. It's just been incredible. Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you have a favourite wrestler who you try and model or base your character on?
Not. I mean, I have favorite wrestlers. I have like Benoit and Shawn Michaels and Jericho, who are my favorite. But my wrestling character is actually based off. Do you remember Mika from Street Fighter?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
She was the wrestler in the blue, and she had like all the things. And I was like, I had no idea what I wanted to be for a character. And they always say to you, use yourself, but then boost yourself like 100%. Undertaker's pretty good, yeah. Yeah, get your own personality and then boost it like 100%. And I was massively into gaming. I was in Japan, and the school I was training at gave me like this kimono to wear. And then I was walking along a Japanese street and heard this like mad trance music, and I was like, okay, cool, they've got like Dance Revolution in there. I'm going in. And then they had like this crazy like costumes and stuff, and that was where Darcy Stone was born, because I was like, like everything's making sense, like I'm absorbing energy from everywhere, and was just like powering up and going, yeah. And that was where it was. It's just like a bit of everything.
Yeah, brilliant.
So, yeah,
That is great. I didn't realise you'd only been wrestling for like 5-6 years, because where we've obviously seen you at Kapow a few times, and you seem a lot more experienced than those. If that makes sense, you seem like you've been wrestling for a long time.
I'm winging it, 100% winging it.
No, you're really good.
I really appreciate that. I think it's difficult, especially for women, to be wrestling, because we're constantly fighting for spots. Like there's normally only one women's match on a show, so we're always like fighting for that. But yeah, I love it. It's great. I enjoy it. I do talk about wrestling a lot, so like talking about gaming and wrestling is really nice.
Ah,
It's
that's
three of our favourite topics here. The Ultimate Ollie isn't a big wrestling fan, but we are trying to convert him slowly.
It's one of those things that I just kind of missed it as a kid. You know, I think a lot of people that love it as adults probably had a really good time with it as a kid as well. And it's just one of those things that just went by me. You know, I remember my cousins who were girls, they would get my uncle to get it for pay-per-view, and I remember it being on
Premium live event.
Is that what it is? Okay. I remember a few friends having WWF at the time. They had like WWF VHS tapes, so they put them on, and you'd watch them. So I kind of had wrestling around me. I think I bought like one wrestling figure once and had some trading cards, but it just never stuck with me. It was just the thing that kind of just skated me by. But yes, I mean I've been mates with this lot for a long time, and they're all massive wrestling fans, and it's forever. They're like, you need to come to the Hobbit, come watch wrestling, come get drunk. It's like, well, I do like drinking, and seeing people wrestle would be good fun. So yeah, it's one of these things I just need to get to. I think the last one I was away with the missus, and the one before that I wasn't very well. So it's
Sounds like excuses to me.
Oh,
I mean, they are excuses. They are.
No, but I get it. Like, I think if you look at anyone who's born like 1985 to 1995, either you watched wrestling growing up or you didn't. Like, and those that did watch wrestling either were obsessed with it and then like let it go, or like continued with it, and those that didn't never really got into it. So I do feel like the like main point of getting into wrestling is when you're a kid. Could be wrong, but
it's like my daughter who's just turned 8. She's absolutely obsessed with wrestling, and she's met you before, Darcy, and you're like one of her heroes. You're up there with like Sasha Banks and
really?
Alexa. Yeah, she's like a huge fan.
That.
And I think what pay-per-view or premium live event were we watching when the Usos beat RK Bro? She was like crying her eyes out at the end of that match. It was like the end of the world for her.
Yeah.
And she's got the bug, and I hope that it carries on as she grows up as well, because she's really like invested in it. and she clearly believes it's still real as well. And I
Good.
like
Let
to keep
her
that
believe
illusion.
that for as
Yeah,
long as possible, please, because once fans stop believing in the kayfabe, it's like Father Christmas not existing. You start
Well,
picking holes and things, and yeah,
It definitely feels like it's got that vibe about it, because there's it's almost like a rite of passage, isn't it? For well, it certainly seems that way for kids, because like Ryan says, Evie's just absolutely bang into it, and it's got to be so cool believing that kind of thing is real, and watching it and just absorbing it and thinking that it just is what it is. Like, that must be so cool to have that childlike innocence for anything anymore. Would be great. If you could bottle it and sell it, you'd be a millionaire.
indeed. I mean, that's what got me into wrestling, because I thought it was all real, and then hit my cousin, because I was like, yeah,
into hospital,
whatever. Clearly, he's going to be fine. I've seen it. Like, he's going to get up. So yeah, that innocence is what. And I mostly do and feel more comfortable at these wrestling family shows where you can be this big character and be, I'm a big like face normally. So I'm like, come on, crowd, way! Get all the kids behind me. And then no matter if I win or lose, there's always at least, and it's normally a young girl. There's always one at the end who comes over and she's really, really shy. And she's like, you are my favorite. And that means so much. I could have had a really terrible day and I'll be like, oh, the match was bad and blah, 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 blah. But there's always one, and they come over and it just makes everything so worth it. And I don't think you would get that if you did like massive shows. Where,
no,
do you know what I mean?
yeah, because like with Evie, my daughter, we've been to like Kapow wrestling quite a few times.
I remember Evie.
And I've took her to the O2 Arena to watch WWE about a month, 6 weeks ago, and she doesn't know the difference between the two. She, like it's just wrestling to her. And when she goes to Kapow, she's just as excited as when she went to WWE. It's because she just loves wrestling and all that involves. And I think, like you say, with a company like Kapow Wrestling, she can meet the wrestlers after, she gets photos with them. And yeah, she can't believe that she can get that up close and personal with people who are wrestlers. So yeah, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yes.
God, we've gone deep. There's a couple of times.
I know, we have.
It's gone really
Yeah.
deep this evening.
I've gone deep.
It's bringing a tear to my eye.
I've got to ask
Right.
a quick question. There's a quick question, if I can ask.
Is this RGB's question? Because he's asked about 5 times.
He has, and that's why I'm sort of going to ask it now. But basically, do you know Adam Maxted? I've actually Googled him, and he was
he
the
on
dude
Love Island?
He was on Love Island,
yeah.
yeah.
He was the dude on Love Island. And Ian, who's RGB podcast, he's the one I did the Heavy Rain one with that you've said you don't like. But he received a full-on bare-chested chop from him, which is a bit weird. So, yeah, do you know Adam Maxted? And if so, how do you know him?
I know of Adam Maxted. I might have met him, but I don't know him personally. But one of my really, really good friends from wrestling, Ava White, she knows him. They're like really close.
Okay.
Apparently he's a really lovely guy, but I don't know him. But you guys were there for the Bret Hart stag party.
Yes.
Chop.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm thinking in my head, like he got chopped like that.
Chopped by everyone, didn't he?
Yeah.
He's probably still in pain now.
Yeah.
That was like horrific.
Yeah, we couldn't believe it. It's like, whoa, just the noise, and then seeing immediately his red marks.
He wanted it. It was like, just give me your hardest. And I was like, okay, fab, all right.
Funnily enough, I saw Adam Maxted in Southampton when World of Sport toured.
Oh yeah.
Back in, it must have been 2019, and he was doing photos during the interval in his like speedos, and it was mums queuing up with their kids who clearly watched Love Island, who just wanted to be in the pictures.
Yeah. I mean, fair play. Like, if that's how he makes his money, it's good.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Did he win Love Island? Did he win?
I don't know. I don't really watch Love Island. I say don't
Does-
really. I don't.
Does
watch
anybody
Love.
win? Does anybody win Love Island? I mean, fuck me, you're on
I think
it.
they all win it if they're looking for social affluence. Then they all win.
It's just one of those shows.
But morally, maybe not.
Well, hopefully he found true love. So, because that's why I get on these
And you're
get on
like
this show
Yeah.
to
happily
find
ever
true love.
Yeah,
isn't it?
everybody
Yeah.
goes-
Hopefully,
much
he
to
found
find
love
love.
and an island.
and,
That's the one.
and,
Yeah.
yeah. And
Okay, so
then,
getting it back onto video games, do you have a favourite wrestling video game?
SmackDown versus Raw. It's my favorite.
yeah,
The,
classic.
which what the first one or
2000.
okay?
That's like that. And do you know what? I know there've been better games, but that was just, it's all memories for me. Like that was the one where my blood used to boil. It was again my cousin that I used to play against. He was a couple of years older than me and he was better than me. And it was his game. So he used to practice it and I used to go over to the house like unaware. Like, you know, when you didn't have Tekken and you'd have to like, you couldn't look up the
Yeah.
things online. So you had to learn it there.
Mm,
And I used to go over to his house trying to play and he'd know like all the moves. I'm like,
yeah.
just button mashing. And then just doing the taunt outside. Like,
Oh,
and then trying to grab in the ring, you know, like when you're trying on the outside of the ring like this.
oh, talking of doing taunts on the outside, triangle face. We were staying up to watch WrestleMania one year, and there was like 4 or 5 of us, and we were playing SmackDown versus Raw. I don't know, 2008, 2009, and we were all fighting in the ring. We were like, "Where's Triangle Face?" He was stood outside doing his taunt to build up his like SmackDown meter. Yeah, he's one of those.
Yeah.
He is one of like,
Phil.
one of
I
those.
respect that
Phil.
so much. Like he wants a fantastic
Phil.
finish.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. That's
I
disgraceful.
definitely need to play a few more wrestling games because the only wrestling game that I
Brilliant.
vividly remember, because it was the only game I ever bought, was WCW versus NWO Revenge on the N64.
Great
I think I've said this on the stream
I've
before.
not played that, but I know a few people who
Brilliant.
have played it. But yeah,
That's the one I remember the most because it was the only one I think I ever had, and it was a great multiplayer game. But I remember it being one of the first times you sort of watching it, like, oh my god, this looks so real. This is amazing. This is better than wrestling because it's a video game, and
maybe that's why you weren't into wrestling because you weren't playing like the WWE games.
Mm,
Yeah, no
Maybe.
mercy.
possibly.
yeah.
Yeah,
Possibly.
WCW was awesome though in the mid '90s. So we could
That
go
was
off on a
amazing.
whole tangent here about
I mean, the
Monday Night
feud.
Wars. Yeah,
The feud was what fueled wrestling. Let's be honest.
100%. 100%. Retro Gamer Revival are going to do a takeover of Kapow next time we're there, like the NWO.
Are you? When are you going?
Who's wearing double denim though?
Yeah, that was,
Because
You're
Tim's
right.
not on the stream, we're gonna have no. Got to give it to Tim. He's not here. He can't fight his corner, so Tim's double denim.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've got denim to spare if anyone wants to borrow any denim. I've
Yes.
got
Is
it.
it got sparkles on it? If it's got
I
sparkles,
can stone it. I can stone it myself.
Absolutely do it.
You
Tim's
basically
gonna look
need to
fabulous.
get the Steve from Stranger Things outfit, season 4 outfit, 'cause he's wearing the denim waistcoat and jeans, isn't he? Like the Scott Hall
He
outfit.
is. But
gotta
with the
be cool
hell,
as
we can
fuck,
put
right?
like the Hellfire t-shirt underneath,
Yeah.
just for,
Yeah.
for
Very
added
cool.
benefit.
Yeah.
My daughter
Okay.
is desperate for one of those Hellfire T-shirts. Oh, someone said they're in Primark, so I'm gonna have to try.
They were no, they sell
They're gone.
instantly.
They're
Yeah,
on eBay.
people
Yeah.
for like
Put more in?
£100.
Yeah.
Is it
I
one of these
do,
things I don't get more in?
They do,
I
but
do-
people just get them.
I do own a printing company.
Oh,
We're going to talk
interesting.
offline. Let's
Yeah.
talk offline.
But it's mainly for wrestling, but also custom shirts that are definitely not copyrighted, and you cannot upload anything that has a copyright. But
Okay.
it's onthegear.co.uk, and if anyone wants a
On the
custom
Gear.
thing from here, you can just message me and we'll sort something out.
Oh, amazing.
Okay.
Yeah.
onthegear.com. Okay.
We need
On
to
the
get
Gear,
some
yeah.
better t-shirts made up, I think, for our retro game. Yeah, we'll talk off air.
And I'm sure we
Yeah,
get a
for sure.
friends discount as well. I'm sure.
Oh,
we will.
Dwarves,
Obviously,
you are-
obviously.
I've just realised I haven't played the advert for our sponsor Manscaped. So before we get to the
whoops.
final 2 questions, I am just going to
That's great.
play
Love
this.
Manscaped. Use it every
Yeah,
day.
brilliant.
Honestly,
Oh,
Brilliant.
favorite
Let's-
product.
yeah, Manscaped 4. The Lawnmower 4.0.
Oh, it's the
Brilliant.
best one.
It
where
is
it's
the
at.
best
It
one.
is.
It's where
Yeah,
it's
so-
at.
So here we go. I'm just going to play this.
Support at Retro Gaming Revival is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Their products are precision engineered tools for your family jewels, and Manscaped's performance package is the ultimate men's hygiene bundle. Join over 4 million men worldwide who have trusted Manscaped with this exclusive offer for you. 20% off, and that includes free worldwide shipping with the code RGR at manscaped.com. And if my maths is correct, that's about 8 million balls.
The Performance Pack 4.0 has arrived and it is a game changer. Inside the box you will find the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, the Weed Whacker ear, nose and hair trimmer, Crop Preserver ball deodorant, Crop Reviver toner, Performance boxer briefs, and a travel bag to carry all those goodies with you.
Manscaped sent everyone on the RGR team the Performance Pack 4.0, and at risk of giving too much information away, I can say this is a great package. All the products are made with a really great finish to them, and you can really tell that Manscaped are trying to change the way that we talk about men's hygiene. So, after all that, it's time for you to take care of yourself now by using code RGR at manscaped.com for 20% off and free worldwide shipping. And as the box says, your balls will thank you.
So much
Great.
easier than reading it.
Yeah, it's
Fuck
beautiful.
Guys, your balls will thank you.
That's what the box says.
20% off.
That's what the box says.
And just to reiterate, code RGR for 20% off at manscaped.com. The Lawnmower 4.0, great product. And yeah, check it out and go and get 20% off today.
Yeah.
It's not just a gift for you, it's a gift for your partner as well.
Yeah, let me play. I've got a little, where is it? I've got a little.
Oh, the little
Here we go.
animation.
There it is.
You're not going to
Oh,
pay.
There we
no.
go. If that,
There you
you
go.
know,
It's beautiful.
that's brilliant. Manscaped provided that little animation to
That's
us.
actually really good.
It's
It's
good,
really
isn't it?
cool. Really cool.
Fair enough.
Okay. So, do you have a
Sorry.
dream opponent who you would love to wrestle? For
Alive or dead?
anyone live, dead.
It depends what
IRS,
kind of match
maybe?
I'm having. Probably Toyota. Manami Toyota. If she's Japanese. She's like
Okay.
the like, I don't even want to say queen, like she is the boss. She just paved this way. And if anyone's not heard of her, please go onto YouTube. There's very few matches you can find, but all of them are incredible. She gives no fucks at all. She like destroyed her body, but she is just incredible. Meiko Satomura, again, another Japanese person, more she did like a lot of training for other people and she's paved the way. Again, she's in NXT at the moment, but she is someone who I'd always want to face. And then I don't know, like I don't really know what my character would suit for other opponents. It's difficult.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of happy to face everyone as long as you have a good character. Like my least favorite matches are people who are very, very serious about stuff. Like not in the, if their character is very serious and then I can make them laugh in the match and it works, then I like it. But it's when they're like genuinely like, you know, we're having a real fight, then I have problems with that because I'm always going to do something annoying or just like da-da kind of thing.
We've just had a suggestion,
Mm.
and I'm going to expand on this. So Ali, good friend of ours, 16 Bits and Bobs. He's actually said, "Have you got a dream opponent you'd like to manscape?" But I just had a thought. What we could do at Kapow is have a hair match.
Where's this
Heavy
going?
hair.
Yeah. So but obviously you'll win, and you can get some Manscaped products using the code RGR. Get 20% off. With free.
Do you
worldwide
work for Manscaped?
No, I should do really.
Yeah.
But I'm just, what you could do is get one, and win the match, and then manscape them. So maybe we can do that for.
It's not really a family show, that though, is it? If we're having a,
You were in
I
a.
could shave people's chests, but I guess most wrestlers are like, most wrestlers don't have
Yeah.
anything here. Or
Yeah, they're all shaved.
Right,
aren't
yeah.
they? They're waxed.
trying to
Maybe
think
I
who
don't know,
isn't.
just do hair versus hair then. But
Or maybe heavy hair, but the winner picks a fan to shave.
Looking at you there,
Daubs.
Daubs.
Yeah.
The
Well, we
winner,
don't know.
the
Is
winner,
that
Well,
Daubs?
well,
better make
Tim
sure
would be up
I'm
for that. I'm
manscaped.
sure. Tim
Oh,
would
Tim
be
would,
up
Tim's
for
not
that.
here, so he can't complain.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, got me.
Forfeit. He'll get a forfeit. But yeah, hair maybe a Manscaped match. I think that's quite a good idea. Yeah.
we're gonna have to start filtering you, Daubs. I think rather than let you loose, you're becoming the wild card.
I'm
I
writing
think
it
so.
all down. You can't
Yeah.
see, but my hands are all getting written down. Right
You
here.
watch next time at
Yeah.
Kapow, will be like, and the next match is a Manscaped match.
Oh, we're so
Wonderful.
getting called out, aren't we? We are so getting called out.
Yeah, that's what
See,
we're
I
going to
don't.
hide.
So you said about Hobbit on the 28th. I don't know if I'm going to be there.
Oh no.
Oh,
Because I'm doing Edinburgh Fringe. So
Cool.
I'm doing. If you haven't heard of it, it's called Mythos Ragnarok, and we're doing a Norse retelling. So it's the Norse mythology condensed into 70 minutes, and it's so we have like 50% script, 50% just free for all wrestling. We don't plan the wrestling. We just feel like what we are, and we're doing it every day in August up there. We also have a showing in July in London in the Cockpit. But yeah, so I don't know, because it depends how beaten up I get in those first few weeks, if I stay on or whatever. But hopefully I'll be there. It's the 28th, right?
Yes,
the Hobbit.
28th, because we're going to be supporting you for the Ruler of the Ring tournament that they're holding that day.
I've
So it's
literally
like-
not heard of this.
Yeah, King of the Ring. It's like, but it's called Ruler of the Ring, and apparently it's male and females are entering it.
So this is why I love working Kapow, because I don't find out about anything until like the day before, and they're like, "Oh, you're working so and so," and I'm like, "Okay, fine, cool." And then you just kind of wing it when you get in there, and then it's like so much fun. So I've not heard of this yet. I am in a group chat, and I don't think they've said anything about it.
Wow,
So-
got exclusive. Then.
Exclusive.
Yeah, how are you guys finding out about this beforehand? I'm gonna check it.
When you're
Ryan's
in the know,
in
you're
the
in the
know,
know.
So the group chat is literally called Hobbit August 28th, Ruler of the Ring. So
There we go.
that's my fault. That's my
Yeah.
fault.
Is the Bombay Bad Boys, are they in that chat?
Bombay Bad Boys.
I hope so.
Let's
They might
see.
be.
Rishi.
Yeah, Rishi and Raj.
Rishi and Raj.
So we have am I gonna get in trouble for telling who's in it? We have
I'm guessing Chris Kay's in it somewhere.
Chris Kay's in it. The referee Billy Broad, 5-star Billy Broad
Yeah.
is in it.
Kelly Six?
Kelly Six is in it. Rishi's in it.
Yes.
Lion Kid is in it.
Yeah.
Buff is
Yep.
in it.
Yeah.
Bobby Bacon.
Onslaught. I don't know about the other 3 people because I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. they're
Okay.
there.
Okay. fair
But
enough.
there's
But
that will change.
there's been a former NXT Tag Team Champion who's been on their tour recently.
Joe Redman.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't know if he's going to be at the Hobbit again. He was there last time, wasn't he?
He's not in the chat, but I know he's doing quite a lot of shows in July and August. So
Oh, cool.
yeah, he's doing one against Samuel Jacobs.
Okay.
Wow.
Had to think of his wrestling name. I was like, what is his name? Yeah. But
Is the owner? Is he in there? I can't remember his
Yes.
name.
Will
Ah,
Armstrong.
He's my favourite.
He's listen, Kapow. I've wrestled at like tons of promotions, and they're all pretty much the same. I'm not really keen on any drama that goes on in like anything. I just kind of go in, talk to people, do my job, go home. But Kapow, you always go in, and it's just like our little community.
Yeah.
And there's very few promotions that I'd be like, yeah, let's just do a pub. Like, let's just go out and do this. But yeah, it's always hilarious. And we had
Yeah.
such a good day that day. Like, you could see from all of us, we were just having just the best day. So yeah.
Yeah, we always have a good time drinking the
We do.
cocktails.
Yeah.
the random ones, aren't they?
And they've changed them. I have the Hobbit t-shirt, and then they've just changed all of the t-shirts. I'm like, well, now I have to complete it again.
There we are.
There it is.
There we are from last
There we
time.
are,
I
yeah.
was really drunk in that photo.
Don't worry, we were as well. So that's
Oh,
fine.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
you said, "Oh, remember we spoke about this and spoke about that." I'm like, "Did we?"
You're like, yes.
Yeah,
And
I
all-
can't remember.
And also, Tim helped Little Legs, UK
Yeah.
wrestling legend, win the SWF World
He
Championship.
did. Look at him
He
He
go.
lifted him into the how proud he
lifted
is.
him
Look
in.
how proud Tim is.
Like a proud father.
He is. He is
Yeah.
so chuffed with himself.
And so here's the thing: I didn't know that was going to happen. So my match was first, so which is the best because I can just relax. So I was like two cocktails deep, just up the stairs, going, "Well, Rishi's not going to lose his championship. He's held it for ages." And then I saw it happen, and I was like,
Yeah. Wasn't it?
"What the hell is this?" It was the best. We were all laughing upstairs, and normally we know, like, we think we know what's going to happen, but yeah.
Amazing. I'm gonna have to come
Yes.
down.
It's
You're
gonna
going to
have
have to
to-
come
Ollie,
You
it's
need
28th,
amazing.
to,
28th
you
of
need to,
August.
Ollie.
28th of August. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's one cheap ticket left as well when we checked earlier, but it may have gone during this stream.
It may have
Ollie, so
gone,
you,
yeah.
may have,
Fine.
you may have
I'll-
missed it.
we'll go
The
for it.
Hobbit does sell out really quickly.
Mm.
Yeah.
We've got
The
one.
Hobbit's a
great.
great venue anyway. I mean, I think that's possibly where I went for one of my first proper nights out before you actually hit 18. You've got your fake ID on you. And I remember the Hobbit being one of those places you could just about get into sometimes.
Wait, are you all like Hampshire lads?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all
Southampton and
live like-
Portsmouth. We're kind of.
Yeah, Portsmouth.
Oh,
Spread
Pompey
between-
boys.
Yeah.
Well, no, whoa.
Yeah.
No, no,
Yeah.
no, that's
I'm
it.
hearing
Yeah.
Pompey.
No. Southampton. Me
Let's go.
and Blunners
Sutton.
are Southampton boys. Yes.
So
I'm
my
sort of-
last. Sorry, go on.
No, I'm Ferrum, so I'm in no man's land. I'm in the sort of
Oh,
bit between the
sorry.
two sides that sort of sit there and be like,
Hampshire. You are still.
Yeah, we're all Hampshire.
Hampshire.
Yeah, my last two boyfriends have been from Portsmouth and then Southampton. So
Who
I
was the
learned,
better
like,
one?
Yeah. Who?
Southampton.
Ryan.
Southampton.
Yeah.
Actually, no, listen. The Pompey boyfriend was really really nice and very creative and blah blah blah, but really just
You sure he's from Portsmouth?
no backbone. He was from Waterlooville.
Well, oh, I might know him. What's his name?
No, I'm not saying his name. I
Tell us
respect
online.
him enough that I'm not going to say his name.
Tell
But
us online.
he's a musician. And, like, he was a nice guy, but just nothing, just like nothing. And then the other one, Southampton, he's like very fiery, and he was from Hedge End.
Oh, I grew up in
Oh.
Hedge End. I may well know them.
See, I was just about to give the road
Right.
name, and I was like, I can't.
Oh,
say
I
it, no.
yeah, I know Hedge. I went to school in Hedge End.
You
My
probably
parents
went
live
to
in
the
Hedge
same
End.
school.
Yeah, I imagine we probably did.
Uh oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
The world just
Probably-
got
probably
even to be
Facebook
very,
friends with
very
them.
awkward.
But I learned the word mush
mush.
Yeah, mush.
from that. Never heard that word before.
I never heard of it.
They both. No,
Oh, mush.
mush.
What's it?
Yeah.
No, we won't do that. You won't do that.
No, mush is a very, very Southampton word. A nipper's another one.
Is that kids?
Yeah.
Yeah, but my dad always refers to me as nipper now,
Like
even now. So-
whippersnapper.
yeah, that's a very, very Southampton word. Okay, so before we ask you what you've got coming up and to have your little plug, we've just got here. Can you suplex, camel clutch, torture rack, tombstone, pile drive, triangle face?
I mean, I can't
That
even
order.
see him here, so that just shows that
No,
he's
this is at the Hobbit.
scared to
At the
even be
Hobbit.
here.
Years.
Oh,
I've actually
Fight
got a
until-
And I
message.
think the most apt move for me to put Sir Triangle Face in, well, it's got to be the triangle clutch.
yes.
Yes, the triangle club.
And what he doesn't know is if he comes to the Hobbit on the 28th of August, I'm going to put him in the motherfucking triangle clutch.
I have no idea what this lock is, but
This-
it's getting interesting.
Yeah, I don't know what it is either, but I'm going to work it out. But
Amazing.
It's somewhere between like a triangle choke and this one. But yeah,
Triangle club.
triangle face. Listen
Well,
up.
he's actually
And in
given
no
us,
way is this condoned by Kapow because they will be in trouble. This is purely me.
So it's unsanctioned as well.
It's
Excellent.
an
Ooh,
unsanctioned
lights
dark
out.
match,
Yes.
street
Oh,
match. Anything goes.
But yeah,
Don't
he's
count
actually
out.
he's got a message for you.
Oh,
Oh
does he?
no, his door's playing a wild card here.
No. I can't do it as good as the person that delivered this promo. But talk about your Psalms, talk about your John 3:16. Triangle Face 3:16 says, "I'll just whip your ass, you piece of trash." So that's what he actually sent me. So yeah, I'm lucky, Tim. It's
lot
on,
of
Tim.
brave
It's on.
talk for someone who actually can't be bothered to be here. Like
Yeah,
COVID's
exactly.
going to hold you back.
Yeah, he's yellow, isn't he?
Yeah.
So yeah, unlucky Tim. But yeah, we're looking forward to that. We'll
Yeah.
we'll probably stream that live to our YouTube channel. That'd be quite good. as well.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, that'd be
Oh,
good.
that'd be great. Okay, RGB
Biggest
Gaming
stitcher.
Podcast has asked that we put a link to your printing website because you need some stuff made. I
Yeah.
believe the description there is a link in the description of this video, so do check that out. I'm sure if you want to check that, I'm sure it's in there.
Here we go. I've got it here.
Do you want to double check it for me?
Onthegear.co.uk.
Yes, or
Yep.
our email will be on there as well. So you can just email me if you have any specifics. But there is like a create a t-shirt. But if you want them in bulk, just email me because I can give you a better price than just a single shirt. So
Awesome.
Okay, and there it is.
hey, pro wrestling,
is.
and then we have our custom and our fashiony boys.
Ooh. Oh wow.
So when you go in there, you can like create your own design and stuff.
Okay.
But they are just for single shirts, and then if you want a bulk one, then
Excellent.
Cool.
So yeah, hopefully Ian will be in contact soon. Maybe you won't give him the full friends discount, maybe just a little bit of friends discount.
1% off. Got it.
Yeah. But no, Ian's a top bloke. A lot of time for Ian.
Yeah,
he
of
is.
Good man.
He is.
Good man.
RGB podcast, gaming podcast. Do check it out. It is
Yes.
brilliant. Really,
It's
really good
based-
podcast.
Based on the characteristics that Dorbs has been displaying, I did pick his Star Wars character, and I
Oh,
think
looking
it,
forward
I
to
think
this.
it
Oh
kind
yeah, I
of
forgot about
fits
this.
with
Tower.
I think it kind of fits with some of the displays he's been running this evening.
So what, Han Solo maybe? Han Solo's
Huh?
got to
Yeah, you wish. Solo.
And so,
be the hero,
mean-
isn't it?
I mean, he has a scene with Han Solo.
Sith
So
Lord.
this kind of it's going along with the Jabba the Hutt theme
It's not
again.
the
I guess.
Greedo, is it?
No. So
Oh, I'm intrigued.
we've gone with
Well, I'm not having that.
Yeah, there he is.
Mate, spot on. Exactly like
No.
Spot on.
Mr. Fortuna, who is a bit can't quite trust him. You're not quite sure what he's going to do. He'll he's Jabba's right hand man.
To be fair, I always try and look in the positive, but he's got lovely eyes, so I'll take that as a compliment. So,
Teeth.
yeah, thank you for that.
It also
Maybe not-
looks like
maybe
you're
not the
putting
teeth.
yourself in a choke.
Yeah,
He is.
Yeah, it's in the triangle lock.
yeah, but you can.
Triangle.
Yeah, the triangle.
Triangle clutch. is what I'm
Triangle
calling it.
clutch. Sorry. Yeah.
Imagine you can put some sort of. You can use that as to carry your wallet or your phone or your keys around. So that's quite handy. So.
Swings and
I'll take that.
roundabouts.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I have so many games I want to talk about, and I'm like, oh, there's not enough time. But
Oh, we can.
Wait.
If you're up for it, you can come back always.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely
for
come
sure.
back. So when can people next see Darcy Stone? When are you next appearing in a wrestling event, and where will that be?
Christ, let me check my calendar. So I am at Kapow on the 14th.
Oh.
Don't ask me where, can't remember. I think it's somewhere in Hampshire. Southampton,
Yeah.
Great
yeah.
choice, great
Southampton.
city. Yep.
good city.
Yeah.
And then I am at a gaming. It's like a gaming convention in London, and it's free to come and see the wrestling, I think. But it's with UKPW, and you get to see a wrestling show, and then you get to challenge the wrestlers at a wrestling game.
Oh, mate. Oh,
that's
that's
cool. Oh, mate,
Let me
Well,
try and find out where it is, because it's
Well,
like we're super hyped about that.
whilst you try and find out, I'm just going to show Triangle Face what his future holds, because I found a picture of a triangle clutch.
I mean, I made that up, so I'm looking forward to seeing what this is.
No, this is what's come up as a picture.
Oh, that looks
Ooh.
painful.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Oh.
Triangle
That does
clutch.
look painful.
Yeah.
Oh.
That does.
So
Yeah, that does
Yeah,
look
for
painful.
sure.
I mean, the
So
guy in the
listen
front
up,
does look
Triangle
like he's
Man.
having a good time.
I can't listen to Triangle Man without thinking of They May Be Giants. Like, you know the song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know
Let's
it's Tim's.
see.
Tim's gone very quiet in
It has
the
gone very
in the
quiet.
chat.
I think.
Maybe he's doing his
He's-
training.
he's playing "There's No
Practice.
Easy Way Out" from the Rocky soundtrack, and
He's
just
doing his
doing like
chin-ups.
Oh,
Rocky
goodness.
4 Hearts on Fire montage.
Where is this UKPW thing? If you just go on to UKPW, I'm sure they will post something.
Okay.
But yes, it is an event where you see a wrestling show, and then you can go on to like the consoles and compete against us in wrestling games to win,
That's
which
brilliant.
is really
That's-
cool.
that would
And
be
it's like a
great.
whole like gaming convention.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, this sounds perfect.
That does. That
I
does
don't
sound
know,
perfect.
I'm in so many bloody chats, I don't know. But I will find out when it is and send it to you guys.
Excellent.
And then I was booked on a show the following week and then it's been cancelled. So I think after that, we're doing Kapow Deer Shed Festival, which is a 3-day festival in wherever Deer Shed Festival is. Not sure. Here's the thing, I just get booked and I put it in the calendar and then I don't think about it until the actual day. And then I'm like, holy shit, it's 4 hours away. And then after that, and then Edinburgh for the whole month. So
Oh wow. Okay.
doing
Awesome.
the Nordic stuff. So,
Edinburgh
Okay.
would be awesome.
Yeah.
Fringe Festival is something. Again, it's one of those. It's quite a long journey for something, but you just it's almost like the Glastonbury of that sort of event. It just seems that this legendary thing that'd be a great thing to be a part of.
I've been dying to even go to Edinburgh for years because I'm an actor at heart, and I've never ever been able to go, and then now I'm like in it, so I'm trying not
That'd
to
be
like
awesome.
freak out a little bit.
No, it's going to be
That-
awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be incredible.
Um,
And like our director Ed is just phenomenal. His partner's like making all the costumes for us. We're like fully accurately wearing Nordic attire, and it's gonna be amazing. So
No, it
Yeah.
sounds great. It sounds
Deer
great. And
Shed
hope-
is North Yorkshire, so quite a trek.
okay, well I'm gonna put that in my calendar
Yeah.
because I need to be aware of the journey.
Is that
Yeah.
for
Deer Shed
Kapow?
Festival. Yeah, it's a
There's
3-day.
wrestling. Yeah.
Kapow don't go up to Yorkshire.
No,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, that's so weird. 29th to the
31st
31st.
of July. Yeah, Baldersea Park, Topcliffe, North Yorkshire.
There you go.
Wow.
And it's still like this.
Retro road trip.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds
Just
good.
looking at. Yeah, no, it's definitely there.
Okay, that seems a long way. They're usually sort of like Hampshire based, aren't they? Maybe.
Kapow. Yeah, no, Kapow. Yeah, it is
they're
there.
normally south.
Okay.
Yeah, wrestling's
got-
a bit territorial where
Yeah.
you have to like stay in your own bit. But
Yeah. Okay, so before we go, we've just got a few quick questions in the chat. Radical Reggie has asked off topic, but does Darcy like the intro theme music as well? Because Reggie loves our intro music.
play it again.
It'll be our outro music.
It's a bit like Supermarket Sweeps theme tune, really.
Yeah.
I was on Supermarket Sweep.
What?
Yes,
Really?
I was.
What? Where did
Yeah,
that come
I
from?
promise. No, I was. I was on the reboot, and I did some wrestling in it.
Ryland.
Ah,
Wait,
right. You watched that,
wait.
right?
I'm gonna find the photo.
Ryland.
You watched that.
Um,
You
it was
watched it,
like
Ryan.
in
You
it
didn't
with
say that.
Rylan.
Trolley
So,
Yeah,
Drive.
who's-
The man
His
with
real
the
name is
you were
whitest teeth on television.
Wow, look at that. That's
Oh,
nice.
yeah.
Big
amazing.
ring.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Did you win?
No, I was awful.
Oh,
It was terrible. But I tore my like knee like 2 weeks before, and then didn't tell them that I'd done it. So when I was running around, I couldn't really like run. But we didn't win. I think we came second, but yeah, we didn't win.
okay. So taking part. It's a taking part.
Taking part that counts. Yeah.
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 I was on a reality TV show. I don't know if anyone realizes. I was on.
Celebrities.
Yeah, we ain't got time because
I was
we're swiftly on.
in 2008 or 9. I was on Celebrity Scissorhands, and I had my hair cut by the lady from.
Nah, that's not a program.
It is a program. It's
I've
on
never
BBC
heard of
Three. It was on BBC Three. It was a great program.
It was on BBC Three. There you
Yep.
go. Says
Lots of
everything.
people watched it. Lots of people watched it. It was a great program.
Can you cut your hair?
Can you got a picture, Ryan?
Someone from a band called Soul to Soul.
Oh,
I just remember you going to have your haircut, seeing the haircut, and then you came to work Monday and you'd like almost bicked your head just to get rid of it.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Did
It
you have
was
like
bad.
long hair before?
No, I didn't. I grew it a little bit, but they cut it so bad that the hairdresser's like, she's gone above your crown. It's impossible to fix it. You
You
just
look
have to
like
shave it all off.
Lloyd Christmas from Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
But worse.
Yeah. My mate looked
worse.
worse.
Pretty
My
bad.
mate just had like
Yeah.
a wave on the top, and he had nothing else left. It was
Oh,
yeah, that was quite.
Why would you go to a celebrity to get your hair cut? You know.
God, well, it's for charity. It's for children in need.
Oh, that's
so,
good.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
we
good.
raised a bit of charity. Okay. Have you ever created yourself in a wrestling game? Brackets, create a superstar.
No, I haven't. But I have been sent myself as Darcy from other people that have
Yes.
created me in games.
Brilliant.
But I still feel like I don't know if I can play as them because it's like, is it a little bit ego to play yourself in a game?
Of
I
course
don't
not.
know.
No.
Like,
Absolutely not.
No chance. No chance.
but then I'm also like a massive perfectionist. So if I put like PS4 Darcy in the game and she didn't win, I'd be livid. So upset. So yeah. Hogan or Warrior? Warrior. Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd go Warrior.
Yeah.
Oh, my
100%.
Warrior all day.
If everyone agree with that,
Yeah, 100%.
yeah.
I'm just gonna say yes based on the fact that Hogan's had a lot of a lot of bad shit happen in the last
A lot of
couple of years.
things. A lot of things. Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
But Warrior wasn't
Allegedly.
much better, to be fair.
I know.
No.
You delve
Allegedly.
into him.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Okay. And Bret Hart or Shawn Michaels? Oh, that's a tough one.
It's got to be Sean. I love Bret Hart. Love Bret Hart. And his matches are a lot of things that I study as a wrestler, like especially him being face. Like Bret Hart versus 1-2-3 Kid is
Yeah.
just the epitome of how to do a face match with both of you
Yeah.
looking good as heroes. But Shawn Michaels, man, the flair. It's untouchable with that. Like, I love him. So yeah,
So
Sean.
maybe you can put Tim in a sharpshooter.
I could do. Or I could Ric Flair it and put him in a figure four.
Figure four, yeah. And then we can like grab your arms at the ropes.
Stretch
where
it
they
out.
Stretch it out, yeah, to make it more
Torture
leverage.
rack.
Yeah.
Or turn around, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that brings us to the end of our evening. So,
No!
I know, but we definitely have you back, Darcy, 100%. If you're up for coming back in the future, so much more to talk
Yeah,
about.
for sure. I'd love to.
Yeah, we'd definitely make it happen. We might do a Christmas special again this year.
Yeah.
Last year, the Christmas special was kind of a big deal, so I'm sure you'll be invited back to that as well.
Is that my VIP invite? For the
It
Christmas
is,
special?
yeah. You're the
Yeah,
first
yeah,
person to
yeah.
be invited to the 2022 Christmas special.
Don't make me put it in my calendar and then
Oh, no, we haven't got a date yet. It's very early. It's
No.
very early.
No.
I want to like. There's so many like things I want to talk about, like Cooler World. If anyone heard of Cooler World, it's like
Okay.
a PlayStation 1 game.
Yeah.
See all of
Yeah.
this, all of these things. Ace Attorney.
Oh, Ace Attorney,
Oh,
yeah,
Yes,
great game.
yeah.
Objection.
We'll talk about it another day. Objection.
Objection. Yeah.
I got
There's
quick
so
question
many
from
things.
Drunk. If I shouldn't be trying to help me in my corner, not adding to the hold. No,
No, that's the referee's job.
definitely not.
You got until the count of 5. All right,
Yeah.
triangle.
We're
This is called
we're gonna
heel
do a-
turn.
Yeah, we're going to do a Paul Bearer with the Undertaker and Mankind and whack the Undertaker. Shouldn't it be in my corner? No.
we'll hold you drink for you. There you
Yeah.
go.
I'll just yell moral support.
Nice.
Okay, well, hopefully, Darcy, we will see you on the 28th of August. Fingers crossed,
Yeah.
you will be at the Hobbit for Capel. Bank holiday weekend as well. If people are in the Southampton area that day, do come along, check it out. You can meet us as well. And Yeah.
God knows why you'd want to do that. But
Yeah,
yeah,
we'll
I
be the
don't-
ones handing out people drinks and
We'll be the ones
the
helping
floor.
Tim.
You
Yeah.
guys did buy me a drink, didn't you? I think.
I think so.
That sounds like something we would do, definitely.
Yeah,
That's the kind of guys we are.
here we are.
So if you come, everyone's going to buy you a drink of just this person, this person, this person, this person. They're all going to buy you a drink, so that's why you have to come.
drinks on Dorbs.
What? Sorry, I couldn't hear you. Break up.
Okay, so until next time, good night, everyone, and see you all soon. And
See you
thank you for
later.
tuning in.